Hi there, and welcome. Welcome to my channel, Pet Loss Support with Joanne. My name is Joanne Berg. I am an experienced therapist and a certified grief educator. I specialize in grief and trauma, particularly pet loss, which is still an area that is often misunderstood or minimized. Today's video comes directly from requests I receive through clients and my website, following my previous YouTube video about service animals. Many of you reached out with the same thoughtful question. What about working animals on TV and moving set? And that question matters. So today, I'm going to talk about how working animals in film and television become deeply meaningful to audiences, how their loss, 2, impacts trainers, handlers, actors, crew, and viewers. 3, why grief related to working animals again is often minimized or misunderstood. And 4, general ways to manage this type of grief. So working animals in film and television are not just background characters. They often become beloved figures, not only for audiences, but also for the people who work alongside them every day. Many of the messages I received said things like, "I never thought about the grief behind the scenes. I cried when I learned an animal actor had passed away. These animals feel like part of my life." Many of my clients in this field say, "I worked with that animal for years, and when they died, there was no space to grieve. I had to quickly train a replacement animal. As a viewer, that animal represented loyalty and safety for me. People just didn't understand why it affected me so deeply." One handler shared this with me. "I was expected to move on and train another animal right away. As I've said before, I felt so alone and guilty for feeling the loss. Thank you for giving me the space to grieve and for honoring my animal through the work that I do." Others have said, "Thank you for acknowledging that this grief is real. It meant so much just to have this loss recognized." Animals on screen often symbolize stability, loyalty, comfort, innocence, courage, and unconditional love. Over time, viewers form real emotional bonds with them, sometimes across many years and different stages of their own. Some examples of working animals on screen include, but they are not limited to, War Horse, a film, and it was also a play, as a matter of fact, in which a horse becomes the emotional heart of the story, representing loss, resilience, and hope during wartime. Old Yeller, well, that's a classic story of loyalty and sacrifice that left generations of viewers heartbroken. Marley and Me, a lovely family film that follows the life of a dog whose presence shapes a couple's relationship, family life, and the eventual experience of loss. A Dog's Purpose, another lovely film about a story told through the perspective of a dog who lives multiple lives, highlighting loyalty, meaning, and enduring connection. These animals weren't just part of the story. For many people, they became part of their emotional world, especially in difficult times. What do you remember? Please comment below and let me know. Now, the impact of loss on people through research shows that more than half of viewers report stronger emotional distress when an animal is harmed or dies on screen than when a human character is harmed. Scenes involving animals are consistently ranked among the most emotional, difficult moments in film and television. Surveys also show that a majority of adults express concern about the welfare of animals used in entertainment, which may help to explain why learning that a real working animal has passed away can feel surprisingly personal. Behind the scenes, the grief can be just as profound. Trainers and handlers often build years-long relationships with working animals. These animals are daily companions, professional partners, and a source of trust and emotional connection. Losing them can feel like losing a teammate, a partner, and a part of one's identity. Actors and crew members also form attachments. Long filming days, shared routines, and quiet moments between scenes really matter. Yet when a working animal dies, there may be little space to acknowledge or process that grief. So why is this grief often minimized and misunderstood? Again, when people see others in grief, they may feel uncomfortable and not know the right thing to say. But people may, in good spirit, hear, it's just part of the industry. That's the job. At least the animal had a good life. It's well-intentioned, but it can hurt. But grief does not disappear because it is inconvenient. If there was connection, there can be sorrow. If you are watching and are experiencing this whirl of emotions after loss, there are many ways to manage your feelings that are personal for you. There is no right way to grieve, only your way. And I can help you. We can talk about your personal story and work together on coping strategies that resonate specifically for you or your crew. Here are some general starting points, though. You can give yourself permission to grieve and feel what you're afraid to feel. And you don't need to justify your feelings. You can acknowledge the bond and what the animal represented in your work or your life. And talk about it with people that you feel safe with, who understand the human-animal bond and will not judge you. Some productions do choose to honor working animals with tributes at the end of a series or a film. Notice how this loss may connect to other grief that you may experience, and that's when it becomes intense. This is where a trained therapist and certified grief educator can help. So to those of you who reached out and asked, what about working animals on set? Thank you for asking that question. Please subscribe and comment. What topics would you like to discuss? For support, you can reach me through my website, petlossandbereavement.com, or email me at joannebergen1@gmail.com. It may only take 1 or 2 sessions to sort things out. Your feelings are valid. Your grief makes sense, and you do not have to carry it alone. So thank you for being here and for honoring the animals who touch our lives, both on screen and off. See you next time.